Hello, all. I want to talk a little bit about the legal basis of the state of Israel, going back to World War One. Now, there were Jews who settled in the Turkish province of Palestine, all who joined with the Jews who already lived there from way back in history, and they were very unhappy being under the Turks. Nobody was happy under the Turks. The Turks were very hard people to live with, and they were very, very nasty about anybody who might possibly have any kind of nationalistic ideas. That meant the Jews, the Arabs, the Greeks, the Armenians, the Assyrians. Nobody liked them. So World War I began, and Emir Faisal, the most direct descendant of Muhammad, king of the Hejaz, keeper of the holy cities of Mecca and Medina, the closest thing the Arab world had to an actual leader, began a revolt against the Turks. He made an alliance with the British, and as part of the alliance with the British, Emir Faisal agreed that those parts of the Turkish Empire that were liberated by the British would be held by the British post-war, and the British agreed those parts of the Turkish Empire liberated by the Arabs would go to the Arabs post-war. Makes sense. So, the Turkish province of Palestine was geographically divided by the Jordan River. There was the East Bank, which stretched off into a lot of deserts, ending in Mesopotamia, what is now Iraq, and the West Bank of the Jordan River, bordered by the Mediterranean Sea. Now, the western part of Palestine was liberated by the British. So according to the agreement they made, Emir Faisal did not make any claim to that part of the Turkish Empire. The east bank of the Jordan, the part of Palestine on the east bank of the Jordan River, was partly liberated by the British and partly by the Arabs. So post-war, it became a kind of condominium with the British as sort of overlords, but with an Arab king. Became what is now the Kingdom of Jordan. Now, immediately post-war, and all the complicated politics that was going on, Emir Faisal, near universally acknowledged King of the Arabs, met with Feisal-Weizmann, the leader of the Zionist movement and near universally acknowledged leader of the Jews. And they made an agreement that the Arabs would not make any claim to the part of Palestine on the western bank of the Jordan, and the Jews would make no claim to the part of Palestine on the eastern bank of the Jordan. That was the Feisal-Weizmann Accord, I think it was called. Now, obviously, since then, there have been people who disagreed with that agreement. Jews and Arabs, because there were some Jewish organizations in the British Mandated Palestine who advocated for the inclusion of the part of the Turkish province of Palestine on the eastern bank of the Jordan into the new Jewish state. And obviously there were a lot of Arabs who believed that the part of Palestine on the west bank of Jordan should be included into an Arab state. But that was the singular grounding, the singular legal basis for the creation of the State of Israel. And that they're the only two people living there, Jews and Arabs. And the Arabs, in the person of the leader of the Arab people, agreed to give up their claim to the part of Palestine that is now Israel. Now, there are people who make the claim that Emir Faisal did not have the right to make that agreement. Well, he was the king of the Hejaz, the keeper of the holy cities, the leader of the Arab Revolt, the near universally acknowledged leader of the Arab people. If he did not have the right to make that agreement, then literally nobody did. So, in part because of the Feisal-Weizmann Accord, British Prime Minister Balfour made his famous declaration. The Transjordan became an Arab kingdom, and the much smaller Palestine became a British League of Nations mandate, with the avowed intention of creating a Jewish state there. And that's how it all began. So there are people who don't know about that. So I want to say it so that hopefully people learn about it, because this is a very important part of the history and the politics that's going on here. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, please, if you like my work. And please comment, question. I'd love to answer. And have a good day, and God bless.